Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a man named Jack. Jack was a simple man who lived a quiet life on his farm, surrounded by his animals and crops. Jack had never been in love before, but he had always dreamed of finding that special someone who would make his life complete. One day, as Jack was tending to his fields, he saw a woman walking down the dusty road that led to his farm. As she got closer, he could see that she was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen, with long curly hair and sparkling green eyes. As fate would have it, the woman was lost and needed directions. Jack eagerly offered to help and showed her the way she needed to go. From that moment on, Jack couldn't stop thinking about her. He knew he had to see her again. Days turned into weeks, and Jack couldn't find the courage to approach the woman again. But fate had a way of bringing them together. The woman, whose name was Sarah, was in town at the market buying supplies for her home. As she was trying to carry several bags, one of them burst open, and her supplies went flying. Jack, who happened to be passing by, went to her rescue. He helped her gather her things and offered to carry them home for her. As they walked together, Jack and Sarah felt a connection that they had never experienced before. They talked about their hopes and dreams and realized that they had a lot in common. In that moment, they knew they had found something rare and special. Over the following weeks, Jack and Sarah fell deeply in love. They spent countless days together. Eventually, Jack asked Sarah to marry him, and she said yes. They had a small wedding on Jack's farm, surrounded by their friends and family. As they exchanged their vows, they knew that their love would never falter and that together, they could conquer anything. From that day on, Jack and Sarah lived a long and happy life together, and their love continued to grow with every passing day. They knew that they had found the most precious thing in life, true love.
2. Once upon a time, there was a charming little girl named Lily. Lily had green eyes that sparkled in the sunlight and a smile that lit up the room. She lived in a small house with her parents and her younger brother, Jack, who was just a toddler. Lily had a happy life. She attended school every weekday, and on weekends, she would often play with her friends, sometimes going on adventures in the nearby woods. She loved exploring, picking flowers, and watching the birds. One day, when Lily was about to turn 8, her mother got sick. She had to go to the hospital and stay there for weeks. Lily and her family visited her every day, but her mother didn't look like the same person. Her skin was pale, and her hair was falling out. It was a difficult time for everyone. Lily's mother stayed in the hospital for several months and eventually passed away, leaving her family devastated. The days that followed were long and sad, and Lily felt like nothing would ever be the same again. But as time passed, she slowly learned to cope with her loss and appreciate the time she had with her loved ones. Years went by, and Lily grew up. She graduated from high school and went to college to study literature, a passion she discovered after her mother passed away. She met new friends, explored new places, and had many exciting experiences. Eventually, she fell in love and married a kind, caring man named James. They had children of their own, and as they watched them grow, Lily and James made sure to always cherish the time they had together as a family. Through all of life's ups and downs, Lily learned that life is precious and that every moment counts. She knew that her mother was watching her from above, proud of the woman she had become. And as Lily held her own children close, she couldn't help but smile, knowing that her mother's love would always be with her.
3. Once upon a time, there were two young men named Alex and Max. They were both from small towns and had never met each other before, but one day, they did. Alex was walking down the street when he saw Max, who was sitting on a bench reading a book. Alex couldn't take his eyes off of Max. He was struck by his warm smile and the kindness in his eyes. He mustered up the courage to approach him and introduced himself. Max was happy to meet him and they talked for hours about their lives, their interests, and their dreams. As their friendship grew, Alex realized he was developing feelings for Max that went beyond friendship. He had never been attracted to another man before, but with Max, things felt different. He felt a connection that he had never felt before with anyone else. Max too was struggling with his own feelings. He had known for a long time that he was gay, but he had never felt comfortable expressing it to anyone in his small town. When he met Alex, he felt like he had finally found someone who understood him. Finally, as they sat on the same bench where they met, Alex took Max's hand and told him how he felt. Max was at first surprised, but after a moment of thought, he realized that he too had developed strong feelings for Alex. From that moment on, their relationship blossomed into something beautiful. They went on dates, held hands in public, and told their closest friends and family about their love. It was not an easy journey. They faced discrimination, prejudice, and hardship, but they knew that their love was worth fighting for. Years later, as they stood together at the altar, surrounded by their loved ones, they exchanged their vows and promised to love and support each other for the rest of their lives. It was a day they would never forget and a reminder that all love is beautiful, regardless of gender. For Alex and Max, their love story was just the beginning of a lifetime journey together.